Hello, hello. Welcome to Joie de Vive Live. Pre-recorded to, no? Itong live na to. Hindi ako makapag-live kasi nagka-fluctuate yung kuryente dito sa Negros. Nandito ako ngayon sa Bacolod. Sa Talisay actually. But ayun nga. So, nahirapan akong mag-live. So, pinili ko na lang na mag-record at pumili ng mga topic na maaari kong i-upload separately. Kasi naisip ko rin, ilang beses ko nang dinidiscuss yung Dutertista vote eh. Ilang beses ko na sinasabi yan. Um, and I think it's important na klaro sa lahat kung ano ba yung idea na to. Okay? Kung ano ba yung idea nitong Dutertista vote na ito. Well, ang sa akin lang, no, kakatapos lang ng filing ng COC, October 1 to October 8. And basically, alam na natin kung sino yung mga nag-file ng COC sa mga local ano natin, local position, and of course, yung sa national election, yung mga senatoriables. Ayan. So, na-share ko na to several times pero ipapakita ko pa rin ang mga nag-file ng COC. Shinare ko to sa Facebook at makikita nyo dito kung sino ang kung sino ang mga kandidato. Ayan, okay? Teka, pakita ko lang very, very quick para alam nyo kung saan pupuntahan. Kasi shinare ko na to eh. And ngayon, pagdating ng election, ayan, okay. So, ayan, yung day 1, ito yung mga nag-file. Day 2, ayan, sila-sila naman ang nag-file. Day 3, okay. Day 4, Day 5, Day 6, Day 7, at ito ang Day 8. Ayan. Ayan. So ngayon, ang total na nag-file ng Certificate of Candidacy for senatorial post is 184. 184. For party list, ang total na nag-file ng COC is 190. Ayan. Okay. Now, itong sinasabi ko na Dutertista vote, it is a call for all the Duterte supporters or yung mga aligned sa politics ni PRRD to consolidate our vote. And bakit? Bakit kailangan nating mag-consolidate ng vote? Alam nyo po, unang-una, ang 2025 election po ay hindi magbibigay ng drastic na pagbabago sa ating bayan. Dun lang tayo sa totoo. Okay? Dun lang tayo sa totoo. It's not gonna give any drastic change or any ano. And to be very, very hopeful sa resulta ng eleksyon ng 2025, you are up for a heartbreak. You are up for a heartbreak. Kasi kung sino man alam niyo pagdating ng eleksyon, ano yan, eh, lagi ang magde-determine yan parati sino ang makinarya, sino ang may pera, sino ang winnable, ganyan. Kumbaga parang certain part of the election is already figured out. Depende sa resources na meron ka. Okay? And so, ang election would always be number 1, game of resources, number 2, game of numbers. Okay? Now, ang Dutertista vote ay napaka-importante kasi this is going to set the tenor excuse me, of what's gonna happen sa mga susunod na election cycles. We are now in a position wherein the administration, the Bongbong administration can do whatever it wants. Kung anong trip nila, kung anong gusto nilang gawin, nagagawa nila. And if they are not going to have any opposition moving forward, magtitiis tayo sa ganitong klaseng pamumuno. Maybe in, in the next 2 or 3 election cycles. It's gonna be very, very difficult to defeat this kind of governance, this style of leadership. Because if people are not going to push back, wala na, kaya, we're not a political actor anymore. The voters are not important anymore. Kasi kung mananalo rin lang naman yung mga, yung mga gusto nilang ipanalo ng mga senador, definitely, kung ito ay nasa part ng administration at sila ay suportado ng administration at sila ay nanalo, they are definitely going to do whatever the administration wanted moving forward. 'Di ba? So, sino yung kukontra sa administration? Wala na. And so, kailangan natin magtiis dun sa mga decision making, mga policy making ng administrasyon na to. Kasi wala nang kukontra because we allow the candidates of the administration to win. Okay? Now, if we are going to consolidate our vote, that is a pushback dun sa status quo na yan. Okay? We have to translate our vote into a real number that can actually challenge the status quo. Yun po yung kailangan nating gawin. Ngayon, every election, nauuwi tayo sa pageantry, like yung credentials, yung plataforma, yung mga ganyan-ganyan. And sa totoo lang, okay naman yun eh, wala namang problema doon. If we are in an ideal situation. But like I said, the electoral system of the Philippines is far from ideal because we vote based on popularity, based on the resources of the winnability of the person, the resources of that person. And sa totoo lang, hindi natin afford magkaroon ng pageantry ngayong 2025 election. What we need is a pushback against the Bongbong Marcos administration. We do not want a politician that is aligned to the BBM administration because that will only reinforce kung ano man ang plano nila sa bansang ito moving forward. And if we're not going to act now, if we are not going to vote wisely this 2025, wala na tayong magagawa dyan. Talagang wala na tayong bilang after. If we cannot impose our vote in the coming election, we are not going to be a relevant political actor. And so, whoever controls the election, whoever controls the, kung administration ang mananalo at mapapanalo nila mga kandidato nila, nobody is going to oppose them at all. At yun na yung katapusan ng pinaglalaban natin for at least maybe 2 to 3 election cycles, 'di ba? Ganun na lang siya. So ngayon, Dutertista vote is basically voting in accordance with, well, for me, kasi ako, ito yung approach ko na gagawin sa 2025 election. Now, I am not forcing everyone to vote the way that I do, pero ito yung approach ko. Number one, I recognize the fact that this 2025 election is not gonna save the Philippines. That's the harsh reality. Number two, I am not really going to put so much hope on whoever's going to win the election. Even if yung mga mananalo dyan ay mga Duterte-aligned politician. Let's say, I'm going to vote for politicians that are endorsed by PRRD. It doesn't mean that I'm going to put all my hopes in them. Okay? Di ibig sabihin nun nakukutan ako sa kanila kaya ako sila binoto or nagagalingan ako or whatsoever. Except from some exceptional candidate like Rodante Marcoleta kasi talaga namang wala naman talagang duda ang kagalingan niyan. And so, since in-endorse naman siya ni PRRD, definitely, iboboto ko yan. Kasama yan dun sa Dutertista vote ko. Ganon. I'm going to vote politicians that are aligned with PRRD or the politics of PRRD simply because that kind of politics will oppose in one way or another the status quo. Okay? But like I said, hindi yun yung main goal ng aking pagboto ng aligned sa politika ng mga Duterte. Ang punto ko kung bakit gusto ko ng Dutertista vote is because I want us, ordinary people, to make a statement against this administration. Imagine if Rodante Marcoleta becomes the #1 senator. Sampal yan sa pagmumukha ng administration na to. If we would be able to make politicians that are otherwise not winnable or siguro parang hindi naman kasi talaga yan parang katiwa-tiwala for a lot of people because walang skill like Philip Salvador, ganyan, yung mga ganon. But if we would be able to put people who are aligned with PRRD, these politicians are going to be beholden to the Dutertista supporters, to the Dutertistas. We can proudly say to these politicians that we can put you in position if we want to. Exhibit A dyan, si Tolentino. Si Tolentino, ginamit niya ang Duterte votes noong 2019 at ngayon bumaligtad na siya. So let us show to Tolentino na ikaw, hindi ka naman nanalo kung walang Dutertista vote. Diba? Ngayon, ang point dito is that in order to compel politicians to listen to us, it is important that we can show to them that we can make them lose or we can make them win. Kaya po ang 2025 election para sa akin, it's not really about the candidate. It's really about us voters. That we can show to them that the power emanates from us. At dahil sa atin nanggagaling yung kapangyarihan, dapat nakikinig sila sa atin. And I think the best way to show that is for all the Dutertista to show up in the 2025 election. So yun po yung punto ng Dutertista vote. Sa akin, more than anything else, wala ako masyadong loving relationship sa mga kandidato, to be honest. There are some few who I want to win. Like I said, Rodante Marcoleta. I think also Attorney Vic is very articulate, would be very useful in the Senate, ganyan. But they are just two people, They are just two people. And there are 12 slots in the Senate. And it is important that we put people na aligned sa paniniwala natin sa Senado. The harsh reality of that is even if we're going to vote, let's say yung Dutertista way, may impose natin yung Dutertista vote at napanalo natin lahat ng mga in-endorse ni PRRD at ni Inday Sara. It doesn't mean na magtatapos na yung kwento. Magtatapos na yung kwento, hindi po. Wag kayong maglagay ng sobrang daming expectations sa resulta ng 2025 election. Wag po kayong maglagay ng so much expectation na, marami na tayong kakampi or whatnot, ganyan. Because we are really bound to have heartaches. Our hearts are bound to be broken, I'm telling you, after 2025. Hindi natin nasisigurado yan because all these people, whether nasa side ni Duterte yan or nasa side nila ng administration yan, these are all politicians. So what we can do is just after we show up in the 2025 election, at kunwari na ipanalo natin ang mga dapat maipanalo, kailangan bantayan din natin yung mga binoto natin. At ipaalala sa kanila na kaya kayo nanalo is because of Dutertista votes. And Sa'kin 'no, importante kasi na merong kakampi si Inday sa Senado at sa Kongreso. It's very important na may kakampi si PRRD. Simply because itong mga klaseng leader na ito, who unfortunately are in a really, really bad system. Yung sistema naman kasi talaga natin ngayon ang pangit, eh. Hindi naman talaga siya talaga nagpo-produce ng mga magagaling na leader. Suwertihan lang talaga pagka meron kang politiko na talagang may compassion sa mamamayan, meron talagang heart to serve, tsambahan talaga. Yun yung pangit dito sa sistema na 'to. But even in a very, very ugly situation, even in a shithole like this, kailangan nating mag-survive. And the Dutertista vote is a survival vote. 'Pag hindi natin ginawa ang Dutertista vote, we are giving license to the Bongbong administration to do whatever they want to, create the silliest policy, to extend their power. Ganun na yung mangyayari diyan. And so kailangan nating mag-push back. Kailangan nating talagang ipakita sa kanila na ang iboboto natin ay kung sino man ang susuporta at iendorso ni PRRD at ni Inday Sara. Ayan. So ngayon, if we're going to look at the candidates, sa totoo lang mahirap kasi na hindi pumunta dun sa comparison. Ay, ano ba yan, tanga-tanga naman nito si Ipe, ano ba naman, nakakadiri naman, ganyan, ganyan. For the Dutertista vote to work, unfortunately, kailangan cold-hearted talaga tayo. Cold-hearted talaga tayo. Again, you're not voting for the person. You're voting for your power. We are voting for our power. Kasi ito yung pagkakataon para makita ng mga tao na, "Hoy, may bilang kami. Kaya namin kayo ipanalo, kaya namin kayo ipatalo." So this is really not about the candidates. And unfortunately, Dutertista vote would call for cold-hearted voting. Nagawa na natin 'to, eh. Nagawa na natin 'to noong 2019, nagawa na natin 'to noong 2022. But like I said, at ito inuulit-ulit ko 'to sa live, for 2024 election, ito yung first time na ang eleksyon ay handled ng BBM administration. So that is why kung nagawa natin 'to ng 2019, nagawa natin 'to ng 2022, you have to take into consideration na si PRRD ang presidente nung time na yun. And PRRD vowed to deliver a clean election. Sa 2024 election, hindi tayo nakakasiguro kung magiging malinis yan. Kung kaya't mas lalong importante na magpanalo ng kandidato with overwhelming result. Mas lalong importante na mag-consolidate talaga ang mga Duterte supporters sa pagboto kasi expect nyo na that it's not gonna be entirely clean election by 2024. So ako, instead really of campaigning for certain individual, instead of campaigning for ano, ganyan, ayokong gawing pageant ang 2025 election. Kasi magbo-broken heart lang naman tayo dyan eh, eventually. Sigurado ako dyan, magbo-broken hearted tayo dyan. Pero susugal na ako doon sa mga kandidato na itinaas ni PRRD yung kamay niya, kesa sumugal ako doon sa mga alam ko nakakampi ng administrasyon na 'to. Dahil ang mga kakampi ng administrasyon na 'to ay enabler ng isang incompetent na gobyerno. And definitely those people are not gonna get vote from me. Ganun lang kasimple. Ayan. So, ayun papakita ko lang ng very, very quick kung ano yung mga sa'kin imbes na imbes na yung may mga nagtatanong kanina sa TikTok, nung nag-live ako sa TikTok, may nagtatanong, "Sino bang deserving manalo?" Ganyan, 'di ba? We do not know. Sa totoo lang hindi natin alam kung sino ang deserving manalo diyan sa mga 'yan. Sino ba ire-recommend mo? Sino ba ang deserving manalo? Sa totoo lang, the decision is going to be sino itataas ni PRRD at saka ni Inday na kamay. Because those are the people that we need inside the government para maging kakampi. Ganon. Ngayon, whether mag-deliver sila as kakampi o hindi, that's an entirely different story. And ako, tiwala naman ako na ang mga Dutertista, we don't mince criticism. Kakampi ka o hindi ka kakampi, makakatikim ka talaga ng kritisismo. And we criticize hard, even with allies. 'Di ba? Even with allies. Ganon. So, kailangan talaga nating ipakita na itong mga pulitikong 'to, "Hoy, kailangan niyong makinig sa amin kasi 'pag 'di kayo nakinig sa amin, hindi na kayo makakatikim ulit sa susunod na eleksyon." Ayun. And so, kailangan nating ano 'yan, kailangan nating i-solidify talaga itong ganitong klaseng stance. And, well, if we cannot do this at this, point, kung hindi natin magagawa 'to for 2025, sabi ko nga, eh, gano'n na, magtiis-tiis na lang talaga tayo forever and ever, amen. Ayan. Okay, so yun lang at gagawa pa ako ng isang content, magpapaalam na ako. I just wanted to create this, specific content para maging reference ninyo dun sa mga iba na nagtatanong tungkol sa Dutertista vote, ganyan-ganyan. And, yung mga iba na gusto ring mag-explain sa mga kaibigan nila, sa mga friends nila, at ba yung Dutertista vote na yan? Well, basically, you know, to summarize, ang Dutertista vote really is a vote that will empower people. Tayo yun. Tayo yung nakakarami, tayo yung majority, di ba? Tayo yung nagpanalo kay PRRD, tayo yung nag-flush ng 8 diretso sa Inidoro. Tayo yung dahilan kung bakit naka 31 million si BBM. So, ang Dutertista vote is really a statement against the current administration at kung sino man na align sa administration na, huy, sa amin galing ang kapangyarihan ninyo. Even dun sa mga Duterte-aligned politician, it's also a reminder to them, huy, sa amin galing ang kapangyarihan ninyo. Tandaan nyo yan. So we need to show up overwhelmingly. At yun po ang punto nitong sinasabi ko, itong sinasabi ko sa inyo, sinishare ko na approach ko for the coming election. I would not list down parang, sino ang deserve, sino ang magaling, sino ang whatnot, ganyan-ganyan. Kung sino iboboto natin, it's up to them to wow us after nilang manalo. But in the meantime, papakita namin sa inyo that we can make strong stance on choosing who should lead the country. At wag niyong minamaliit ang numero namin. It's time for for the Dutertista vote to really cement our stature as a formidable political animal in this democracy. Ayan. Yun lamang po at magkita-kita tayo sa susunod na content. Maraming salamat sa panonood and I'll see you next time. Bye!